Hello there, kids. It's Mr. Dave from the Weekday School, and I'm going to read a book for you today. And the name of this book is Who Counts? It's about 100 sheep and 10 coins and 2 sons. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see where the 100 sheep are. And they're right there on that first page. 100 sheep. If just a single one were lost, who would notice? Who counted sheep anyway? The man did. The man had a lot of sheep, 100 of them. He counted them every day, and he kept counting. It took time to count, a long time to count. One day the man counted. He went 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, all the way up to 99. But there was one missing. And he stopped. There were only 99. He must have made a mistake. He had 100 sheep, not 99, so he went back and counted again. Still, there were only 99. One of his sheep was missing. He was responsible for all the sheep, all 100 of them. Where could that sheep have gone? Immediately, the man went to look for his lost sheep. He walked and he walked, but he saw nothing. He kept walking. He looked to the left. There was nothing there. He looked to the right. There was nothing there. He walked and he listened. Still nothing. Then he heard a sound, a bleating sound like bah. He ran toward that sound, and there she was, the lost sheep. He'd found her. She was too tired to follow him home, so he lifted her on his shoulders and he carried her back. He was so happy to have all his sheep together that he invited everyone to come and celebrate. Some people said, "What's so wonderful? It was only one sheep. You had 99 other ones." But the man said, "One sheep makes a difference. Without her, something is missing. Now my flock is complete again." And this is about 10 coins. 10 drachmas, 10 silver coins. Every day the woman would count them. Then one day she counted. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She stopped. She couldn't have made a mistake, but she counted again anyway. Still, she counted only 9 coins. One was missing. She had lost one of her coins. The woman lit a lamp to see more clearly. She looked under the chairs and on all the corners, but there was no coin. She looked in the cabinets and in wastebaskets. Still no coin. She took a broom and swept the floor. There were crumbs and dust, but no coins. It was all her fault. She had lost that coin. And now she must find it. She searched again with the light and the broom. Finally, she saw something shining and heard a ping. She looked down. There it was. It was the missing coin right there on the floor. She held the coin in her hand for a few moments, then she carefully placed it with all the other drachmas. She was so happy to have all the coins that she invited the women in the town to celebrate. Some people said, "What's so important? There was only one coin." But the woman smiled. "Just one coin matters. Without it, something's missing. Now my coin collection is complete." And the next story is about 2 sons. A father had 2 sons. Easier to count than 10, much easier than 100. It was only 2. One day the younger son wanted half his father's money. It would be his eventually, but he could not wait. He was restless and he wanted to travel. So the father divided his wealth in half and gave half to his younger son and half to his older son. The younger son went to a foreign land and had a great time doing whatever he wanted to do. But before long, he'd spent all the money and had none left, not even to pay for food. There was no one to share even a crumb of bread with him, as there was little food in the land. The son went to work for a farmer and tried to earn enough to buy something to eat. The farmer told him to go feed the pigs. Even the pods that the pigs ate looked good to him. He was so hungry. Finally, the son was so hungry and tired he decided to return to his father. But he wasn't sure what to say. How could he tell his father he'd spent all that money? His good pants were torn, his shirt was stained, his fancy shoes had holes. He thought, I'll tell my father I made a big mistake. I'll say that I'm sorry, and I'll offer to work hard to earn money. The younger son returned home. His hair was not combed, his face was dirty, and his hands were covered with blisters. His father ran to greet him. He was so happy to see him, he didn't care about anything else. Instead of making his son earn money for clothing and food, he gave him a new coat, new shoes, and even a new ring. Then he invited everyone to his home to celebrate. The older son was still working in the field when he heard the happy sounds of singing and laughter and smelled sweet spices coming from his home. He wondered what was happening. He stopped one of the neighbors who was heading to his house and asked, "What's going on?" The neighbor was surprised by the question. "Don't you know that your father is making a big party for your brother to mark his return?" The older brother didn't know. When the father counted everyone who had come to the party, he realized that one person was missing. That person was his older son. He had forgotten to invite him. He ran out of the house to find his son. When the older son saw his father coming toward him, he turned away. He was sad and angry that no one had come to find him. His father spoke softly. "Your brother's come home. I invited all our friends to celebrate with us. You must come and be glad with us." He tried to hug his son, but his son folded his arms across his chest. The older son finally said to his father, "I've been with you all the years that my brother's been away. I did not waste your money. I did everything you wanted me to do. I never left you, but my brother did. Then you'd make a big party for him. You never had one for me. You didn't even invite me to his party." The father thought, "I have two sons, 1, 2. I paid attention to my younger son, but I discounted my older son. I didn't realize that he felt lost." The father took his older son's hands in his own. "Please come and join the party. I love you. All I have is yours. Come and be with me and with your brother. I have two sons," he counted. 1, he pointed to the house where his younger son was celebrating. He counted 2 and put his arms around his older son. "Without you," he said, "something is missing. Without you, with you, our family is complete." So he had 2 sons and he loved both of them. Hope you enjoyed the stories.